Hey, my name is Shadowsense and you're watching Vampire the Masquerade Shadows of New York. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's been a couple of weeks, so I'm not sure exactly what we're doing. Can't remember. I have some traits. This is good. I'm very close to developing a real personality instead of just brooding emo vampire. Why? Get out of here. Jesus. My camera has a program called Play Memories Home by Sony, and every time I plug it in, because I have to keep it charged while I record these, otherwise the battery on it's basically dead. So I have to keep it plugged in when I record, and every time I do, it auto-launches the program to import the videos from the SD card, and there's no way to turn it off and make it not do that every time I plug it in, and sometimes it pops up on the window, sometimes it don't. And I saw, you probably won't see this in the video itself, but it had the little pop-up in the bottom right corner and it annoys the shit out of me. Anyway, another night of being the Camarilla's lapdog. That's where we're at. A few minutes after I wake up, I see a message slipped under the apartment's front door. Kadir? Yep, looks like he's got a short window to meet me in Queens a few hours from now. Willets Point. A single suggestion, get ready for action. Get ready for action. Fine then, I will. Best way to do it would be to clear my mind. Just walk without thinking, reset the framework. Some fresh air should do it. Maybe a chance meeting with someone could get me out of this mental rut, let me look at the world from a different angle for a while and improve my mood. Although when it comes to improving one's mood, nothing beats some crimson red pouring down my throat. Not to mention, these cigarettes taste best with a full stomach. Let's go. I can go back to Big Beat Burger. Or I can talk to this guy. I'm being tailed. The last thing I need right now is a weirdo stalker following my every step. Did I take this investigation too far down the rabbit hole? There's no place like home and I need a little peace. Big Beat Burger, here I come. But wait, who is this loon? I feel like you get less choices in this game and less time to do stuff. Let's go. You know, let's go way out of here. I'm sure there are better ways of finding solitude than wandering aimlessly in the endless downpour. There are nights when I dive straight into the fizzed crowd and vicariously enjoying their sweat, their hypnotic moves, and mindless self-indulgence. When my body starts to resonate with the relentless wall of sound, everyone disappears and I'm raptured into a perfect kind of isolation. Then there are those nights when I crash on the couch while Dakota goes on a rant about something so far removed from my area of interests, I zone out and enjoy the privacy of my own thoughts. And then there are moments like this one, nights when I just want everyone to shut the fuck up so I can think. Those nights I usually end up mindlessly strolling around the rain-swept streets before inevitably ending up at Big Beat Burger. Or at least it used to be the norm before this whole mess. Lately, even that kind of solitude seems out of my reach, especially when I'm being tailed by poor man's Ethan Hunt on a crash diet. He's been following me for 10 minutes, and so far he has managed to bump into an empty newsstand, make enemies of several cab drivers, and even got bitch slapped by a living statue trying to blend in. As he shortens the distance, I grab a nearby lamppost and swing myself around like Gene Kelly, using the momentum to quickly turn around and look right at him. Aw, hell nah. He springs into the nearest alley. I wonder if he thinks that I somehow did not notice. Hey, do me a favor, will you, asshole? Stop creeping up on me. I'm about to walk away when an obvious voice, not belonging to the creep, catches my ear. It's coming from the same alley. It's followed by a loud crash from sounds like the metal side of a garbage dumpster, followed by a painful moan. Maybe the stalker got himself into trouble? Might as well check it out, I guess. Should let that creep deal with this himself. I should, but I won't. Can't have a moment's rest in this goddamn city, can I? As I barge into the alley, I notice two hooded jocks bullying my scrawny stalker. While the big guy wrestles with a high-tech smartphone, the sleeker one keeps punching. How nice of them to share responsibilities. Ooh, let's scare him. With the exception of a single lamp flickering over the stalker's head, the alley is dim enough for me to keep to the shadows unnoticed. As I creep up on the roughneck, an eerie sensation slowly overwhelms my senses, like drowning but without the feeling of suffocation. It's calling me softly from the limitless black, and between one step and the next I realize I'm unrecognizable, completely enveloped in darkness. You still don't understand it, whatever it is, the negative Nancy in my head warns. Maybe, but I know I can bend it to my will. In the blink of an eye, I emerge from the shadows, backed up by the sound of an unnerving clicking and unintelligible whispers. He takes off like a turbocharged RC car, bumping into every single trash can before eventually jumping out of the alley. As the gloom settles, I turn my head looking for the short goon, but he is long gone. I pick up the peculiar smartphone on my way over to the stalker. It doesn't take a genius to figure out it belongs to him. The screen is locked and glitches oddly as soon as I touch it. No surprises there. The stalker seems relieved, but at the same time unnerved by the fact that I'm holding his property. He tries to exhibit some confidence, but his trembling voice undermines the effort. Listen, I don't want to sound ungrateful or anything, but I'd like that back. It's not like you can use it anyway, right? The nervous smirk on his already punchable face kind of makes me wish that I'd left him to his own devices. I'm of two minds about handing over something I could use to gain leverage over this sleazy asshole who's been stalking me for God knows how long. I picked the wrong option by accident. I meant to pick the middle one. What, this little thing right here? Yes, that little thing. Give it back. Are you sure you want it back? Looks so tasteless and dorky. Overwhelmingly dorky. Wearing a Star Trek t-shirt to an opera dorky. Like Elon Musk probably thinks it's chic and cool dorky. I ain't joking. Hang on, I got a text. Oh, cool. It's not important. Did you see that? I almost dropped it right into the storm drain. Shit, that was close. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. My boss will disembowel me on the spot if something happens to that phone. Say the magic word. Jesus fucking... Yeah, okay, please can I have it back? The second he tries something, it goes back into my hands and under my heel. Here you go. He catches the phone with the liveliness of a little boy getting his first video game console. Thanks, Jules. I really appreciate that. He knows my name and makes a point of bragging about it, not particularly subtle. Why the fuck are you following me? Are you with the Camarilla? Did somebody tell you to watch my steps? He looks confused when I mention the sect's name. I realize after the fact that it was probably a really stupid thing to say to a random creep. Not sure what a Camarilla is. Sounds tasty. But my boss, he's an important guy. You want to be on his good side, let me tell you. That said, he doesn't tell me anything I don't need to know, and all I know is that he wanted me to keep an eye on you tonight. Something, you're being watched, something, powerful friends, that the best you got? You're not getting anything else from me. If you want to finish what those alley rats started, go ahead, but you'll be wasting your time, Jules. The loser seems to brace for a hit, contorting his face into a confused grimace, which was probably meant to express bravado. I'm not going to give him the satisfaction. Fair enough, but call me Jules again, and this time you'll lose your phone and you'll need a proctologist to help you find it. Kinky, ain't ya? I'll see you later. You won't if you know what's good for you. He doesn't respond. As he limps away, I realize that the rain is slowly letting up, and that once more I'm left with more questions than answers. C'est le refrain de ma vie. I decide to get on with my night and focus on the relief that comes with realizing I'm not the voyeuristic object of some creep's interest. Been there, done that, wouldn't recommend. Time to get a move on. Time to get back to work. What is that? Oh, it's just paper and an empty coffee cup, it looks like. Thought that was some sort of like weird fucked up doll. I step inside the subway and head for my meeting with Kadir. Oh, for fuck's sake, I thought you were kidding. Nope, I couldn't reach her, but I know for a fact Hope is there. It's pointing in the direction of a double spiral building. And what is she doing there? I understand that she's the current leader of the company, acting CEO to be exact. No, you're pulling my leg. Of all the places in this city, the company that brags about creating IT solutions of the future, always surrounded by rumors of monstrous workers' abuses, all sorts of ethical violations, trading information with governments, and ending the career of a certain promising journalist and professional fuck-up who attempted to investigate them seriously. You might be able to ask her both professional and personal questions. 2 birds with 1 stone. I don't get it. Last time I checked, the company belonged to Kara Montgomery. I'm told she quietly took a sabbatical a few months ago, and it sure looks like the kind of sabbatical you don't come back from. Final death? Very possible, but I have no idea. I remember I was shocked when I first learned that one of my nemeses back in my old life was a vampire all along. When I realized her position made her untouchable to me, I was beyond mad. Well, whatever happened, it couldn't be to a nicer person. What about her brother Jesse? You're asking me? Last I checked, you were the expert on this company. I just handle basic intel for you, even though I shouldn't even really be here. Yeah, and I hope you realize I'm grateful. You better be. So is Hope just another corporate shark? Well, she is the child of Carter. A theatrical pause. He smiles as he sees me wince. But very much unlike him. He took her in for her particular multifaceted talents related to the internet, knowing he's hopelessly beyond the times in that regard. I hear she's been unruly, though. Well, unruly is good. I can work with unruly. So you're telling me she might be a stuck-up startup bitch? Language. As I've told you a few times now, when it comes to the internet, I just assume I haven't the slightest idea. Getting there myself, I haven't been able to check my email for 5 months. I have no idea what the kids at BBB are talking about most of the time. Oh my god, I might be getting old. Don't worry, the moment you realize you don't give a damn about most fads you would have cared about years ago is a liberating one. Been there, done that, at the beginning of the 20th century. Old. I love Julia so much. She's just so snappy. She's like me. She is like me. Just back in the 20th century. Old. Anyway, you'll probably hear Hope's story straight from the horse's mouth. I don't have much time, so I'll get straight to the point. You shouldn't be looking at anything in the main building. It's just a front. Ignore it. What you want to do is use the elevators to go to the lowest floor of the building. Psh. I heard stories about the double spiral basement, but I had no idea what to make of them. Every source told me a different rumor. Did any of them tell you a rumor about an army of underground ghouls? No, but I'm all ears. Double Spiral employs an army of ghouls as a cheap workforce. They work and live underground, away from prying eyes, with lesser rights than regular kind employees. Perfect for business. Wow. I'm actually speechless for a second. I had profoundly low expectations at that company, but every time I learn something new about what's going on behind the scenes, I'm still surprised at the level of scumbaggery at play. I'll leave the moral judgments to you, expert. In any case, you need to reach room number 507, where the CEO supposedly resides. And then? Get Hope to answer your questions. His old-timey flip phone vibrates. Speaking of, if you've got any left for me, it's now or never. I'm needed at the art hole now. How's the security? Ah, yes. Good question. As far as I know, it's cameras, body heat sensors, and some electronic locks. Sounds like, with some luck, I might manage to infiltrate the building as nothing but a glitch in the system. A glitch might still provoke an investigation, so be careful. It is rare that our curses turn into blessings. When it seems they have, it's usually a trap. I'll keep that in mind. And keep your eyes peeled for ghouls. The phone vibrates again. Well, that's it for me. Arturo was pestering me to show up at the Elysium 5 minutes ago. Tell him I kindly suggest he should go fuck himself. Not in 1,000 years. Oh, good luck with your mission, soldier. With a mock salute, he disappears inside his car and drives away. Nothing left for me but to head in. Still, I'm anxious. There are two approaches to choose from, and whichever I pick, I'll have to stick with it. If I force my way in and assert my authority, bad cop style, that should make an impression. Bad bitch coming in with the entire court behind her back, bluffing her way to victory. Sneaking in and politely asking for cooperation seems like the less disruptive, more me option, but it's not like being me has taken me anywhere thus far. Shit. Kinda wish I was still stuck in my routine where I didn't need to be doing these things like developing a personality. It's a bit of a coin flip, honestly, but I gotta make a choice here. How do I approach Double Spiral? Let's be aggressive. Let's do it. Ooh, trait updated? Wait, where's my traits? This one? A little abuse of power never hurt nobody. I mean, it has. But I am a vampire, so morality's kind of a weird thing with vampires. Yeah, being covert hasn't exactly been working out for me. Time to show them and myself, I guess, who's boss. As far as I'm concerned, out of all the companies in the world, this one deserves to be thrown out of gear the most. Time to be a bad cop and finally get somewhere. Alright, let's do this. I enter through the front door. There's a guard watching the security cameras. He stands up, expecting me to state my business. Shut up, I'm expected. It's not hard to fuck with his mind. He gives me a confused nod, slumps in his seat and zones out. I enter the elevator and press the button to the lowest floor. I pump myself up a bit as the elevator descends. Hello, Double Spiral. Time to make a mess. When I leave the elevator, I immediately head into the corridor in front of me and announce my presence. Yoo-hoo! Anybody home? Big bad Kindred out here. Better answer before I start making a mess. A pink-haired girl emerges from one of the corridors looking quite angry. Probably one of Hope's ghouls. Stop right there. Who the hell are you? Julia Sawinski, the La Sombra representative for New York City. Who the hell are you? I'm Nastia, Double Spiral's head of security. Gonna have to ask you to leave. Didn't I see you at the club? Because that's the Jesus Loves Nightcore shirt that I recognize. Wrong. You're gonna have to make me leave. I walk past her. She tries to catch me and stop me, but evading her grasp is child's play. Ghouls, I swear to God. Boss, we got a problem. Some lunatic waltzed in here and onto the office floor. Claims she is a less... The door at the end of the hallway is made of reinforced glass. I focus all my strength and kick it in, interrupting the girl. Tell her I'll be right there. She's the only one I want. I reached the Double Spiral offices. Just like Kadir said, hordes of ghouls are slaving away for their company. Deep learning, spyware, social media manipulation, yada yada. The important thing is, they don't even turn away from their displays as I keep sweeping gadgets off their desks onto the floor, making Nastia madder and madder. Don't make me use force. Oh, I'd love to see you try, ghoul. Even if you manage to put me down, I'd love to see you explain it to the sheriff, my direct superior. Listen, lady, I don't know what it is that you want. I already told you, stupid, I want your boss. She's not here. Kara Montgomery's taking a sabbatical. Don't play fucking games with me. I want to see Hope. Hey you, the goofy looking glasses wearing an anime t-shirt. Where can I find room 507? He raises his hand listlessly, pointing me in the right direction, prompting Nastia to kick his chair in frustration. I head that way and eventually reach the corridor I was hoping to find. I slowly walk to the end of the corridor. There it is, room 507. The door looks harder to take care of than the other ones in this place. Probably won't be able to take care of it the same way it did the others. The door to the office of the current Double Spiral CEO. This fucking company. I get pissed off, but I'm trying to control it. There's a camera by the door. If she knows what to look for, she could probably see I'm here on her screen. But just to make sure, I knock on the door. Hope, I'm a Camarilla detective, and I will need you to answer some questions. Hope, I know you're in there. Open the door. I will not leave until you do. I'm here on the behalf of the sheriff in New York City. Hope? I keep pounding on the door and calling her name. After a minute or so, a voice rings out on the intercom. Is this thing on? I guess it is. Alright, I got your message loud and clear. I'll meet you in the offices. I'll be right there. In the meantime, please refrain from making a mess of our offices, will you? Knowing poor Nastya, if she was due for a heart attack, she would have had it by now. Thank you for your cooperation. I'll be right there. What's up? On the one hand, clothes you could reasonably expect to find in any CEO's wardrobe. On the other, a body covered in tattoos, flashy jewelry, dyed hair, and wild makeup. The thought that she might be yet another CEO playing the nonconformist crosses my mind, but she strikes me as someone who's more than happy to live in her own little bubble. Still, I won't be fooled. She is the boss of Double Spiral. She's the Vampire Queen Malkavian from the last game that I saw a webcam show from that involved a lot of blood. And it was sexual, but not, kind of. It was interesting. So, how'd you find me? I love the corporate goth look. I know it's not everybody's thing. I love corporate goth. Sheriff Kadir Al-Azmi did. You'll have to ask him. I take out a new cigarette without thinking. You can't smoke in here, lady. Just let her. Don't treat me like I'm your enemy. I come in peace. Peace my ass. A deep, relaxing drag. Not my fault you couldn't handle me. I had at least 5 opportunities to subjugate you. I just chose not to because I had a hunch the boss might benefit from seeing you. You trust your hunches that much? Hunches have gotten me every job I've ever had. Hunches saved my life anytime I got into a messy situation. These days, the reality is too complicated to rely on anything else. Can't find a better head of security than our Nastya, and her hunches are the main reason why. They're like a sixth sense. Don't I know you from somewhere? Haven't I seen you somewhere? Don't know. A club, maybe? Yeah, last year, soon after I was embraced. I visited that one club in that refurbished warehouse, and you were there. Got a memorable aura. Yeah, I DJ and help out there from time to time. Gotta show my face if I want to make it big. Why don't you focus on that? Following that career path doesn't exactly seem compatible with being the head of security for Double Spiral. And not just because the necessary skill sets are so different. Nastya looks at Hope. Working at Double Spiral provides a lot of benefit to someone who relies on the internet for promotion, lady. The slowed aging is just a nice perk. Lovely chat, girls, but I'd love it if you saved it for later. I'm CEO now. I have a lot of duties I must pretend to handle. Just need to ask you a few questions. Sure, yeah. Call me if you need me. I've got a weird hunch about this one, too. What gave you that hunch, Nastya? The way I made a mess out of the entire floor you're supposed to protect? We'll talk security later. Don't worry, this shit happens. For now, take 5. Nastya leaves, and I'm left alone with Hope in the corner of the office. Feels funny to stand here in front of you. Oh? And why is that? You people had me fired from my job before I was embraced. Ah, I see. So you're that, Sawinski girl from Lodestar. Yeah. Somehow I never put 2 and 2 together. So you're the La Sombra rep for the city now, huh? As she's talking to me, she keeps tapping at her phone with terrifying speed. I don't feel like I have her full focus, and it's getting on my nerves. Just so you know, I have no idea why you've taken Kara Montgomery's place, and I doubt you tell me, but the bitch deserves to burn in hell. Oh yeah, she does. Wait, did you just admit? Hold your horses. No, Jesus, this is why normal CEOs pay for PR people to talk for them. I only agreed that she's a horrible person in every way that counts, nothing more. Does she know that's what you think of her? Why did she let you take her position in the first place? What? I'll just cut through the bullshit, okay, Miss Lodestar? I guess this is about Jesse and Kara covering his creepy ass. He spent months on this case and he likes some closure. Pretty much. Well, here's her closure. Double Spiral has severed practically all ties with them. They don't work here. They get no company money. They probably won't ever show up here again. The company's not their circus anymore. The workers are not their monkeys. I'm in charge now. So yeah, if there's anything else you'd like from me, I'm all ears. it wasn't just Jesse and his sister. This company has ingrained structures of abuse and immoral. I've ordered internal investigations and audits. Everyone related to those illicit activities was disciplined. Legal actions, firings, and rebukes, all depending on the severity of their misdemeanors. I don't have the stomach for all the creepy corporate shit, so I'm trying to steer this ship in the right direction. Don't know what else I can tell you. For fuck's sake. No matter how I look at it, it seems like she's done everything I hope to achieve. The Montgomery clan is over. The queen bitch, a symbol of everything that's wrong with tech CEOs, is gone. Jesse, that perverted, embezzling son of a bitch, is gone. I should be glad, so... Why is there a sinking pit in my stomach? This doesn't feel right. Probably not. But hey, I look at this company like the mafias in gangster movies. You don't really win by dismantling one, another one will just quickly take its place. You can only win by ensuring the organization gets the best possible leader. So, in Double Spiral's case, the best you can hope for, no pun intended, is me. The biggest case of my professional life solved by some weirdo who fucked Kara and Jesse over in a presumably underhanded ways. Does it get any more anticlimactic than this? Fucking hell. I want to ask her how she did it, but why would she tell me? All I can guess is that she's an outcast who decided to get her hands dirty and obtain power to do something she considered good. Something I've always been afraid to do. Anyway, I feel for you, but I have a lot of work to do, so if this just wasn't a trip down memory lane and you have any other questions, speak now or forever hold your peace, okay? I feel like a car just ran me over, but I need to keep my shit together. Right. A few days ago, the Anarch Baron was found dead in his office. Are you familiar with the case? Douglas Callahan, of course I'm familiar. Every kindred online is talking about it. And what are they saying? They're accusing everyone. I mean, it is the internet. Are they accusing you? Why would they do that? I found a peculiar note in Callahan's remains. It had your name on it. Huh? What can you say about this? Nothing. I've never met the guy. Never seen him. He wasn't my crowd. Then why would he have a note with your name on it in his pocket? Why were Walt Disney's last written words Kurt Russell? No clue. I watch her closely, but nothing suggests she's hiding anything. Well, the note actually contained 3 other names and nothing else. Agathon, D'Angelo, Tamika. Ringing any bells now? Her finger, which hasn't stopped moving across the phone touchscreen since I first saw her, freezes. Yeah, it kinda does, actually. It's a short list of promising unaffiliated kindred that was making the rounds at NYC a few months ago, in case anyone needed a hero for hire. I didn't know Callahan had it. I know Sophie Langley did, and as well as a few Primogen. Not sure about the Anarchs. Who could have prepared this list? One of the local information brokers. A short but telling pause. Anonymous. How anonymous? Sort of anonymous. She's obviously conflicted about whether she should tell me, or maybe she's pretending so that I worm it out of her. Making a mess of her office has worked, so might as well put the tough guy act again. I have nothing against them, Anonymous, or it's in my best interest to hurt them, Anonymous, because if it's the latter, we might be in business. She briefly considers her options, then gives up. It's my sire, Carter Vandervaden. Oh. He's brokering information? I knew that fuck was sneaky. I had that sneaking suspicion in my back of my mind. Everyone knows becoming the Prince of New York is his ultimate goal, and that he wants to make friends in all the high places. Sharing useful intel is a pretty effective way to achieve that. So you're telling me that he, a Malkavian Primogen, sold the list to an Anarch Baron. Sure looks like it. Why would he suggest his own child to somebody? To have a person on the inside, just another way to further his information web. When they realize you two are close? The story going around is he left me alone and I hate his guts. Well, at least half of that is true. She's talkative, probably sees me as a way to undermine Carter. Let's see how much further I can push her. Huh. I was wondering how someone like you could control a company like Double Spiral. I suppose a friend in a high place would explain it. Yeah, lucky me. Not happy about being a girl boss, leading one of the biggest IT companies in the country? A boss, huh? She stares at dozens of displays on the wall in front of her. Do you remember the Y2K era internet? Jesus, I barely remember the internet at all. My people can't really use it. But yeah, I guess I sort of remember. Forums, GeoCities, browser wars, all those handmade amateurish web pages. It was a golden age. Everyone was welcome to freely express their creativity and obsessions in this abstract new frontier. No formulated rules, every site was a distinct new universe to explore. You know, as a kid, for some reason I kept saving every web page that moved or changed on me in some way. I don't even know why I did it, but today a folder with these is one of my greatest treasures. Fast forward to today, I'm the boss of a company that has one overarching goal. Steer the online narrative in every possible way that benefits the Camarilla. And because the online world is so fucked right now, I can do it using only 5 websites or so. Every day I deploy thousands of believable sock puppets to force some sort of belief on the masses. Right now, they're being managed by these schools. Soon they'll probably be partially managed by AI. Basically an all-American version of the Chinese 50-cent party. A new pattern of public opinion guidance. Ever since I was a teen, I've pretended to be a different people online for fun. Aping the posting patterns of others is something I turned out to be horrifyingly good at. I even became better at it after the embrace. Something about the voice of Malkav in my head. After several years, I became a one-person internet empire. I could impersonate anyone. I dream of tulips, a humble florist from Chattanooga who strives to share positive energy with her audience using photos of beautiful bouquets, motivational quotes, and the occasional The Office gif. Vulva Hufflepuff. Fuck. It's one of the worst usernames I've ever read, ever. A single mom from Brighton who reckons all these trans women must be bonkers and spends seemingly every waking moment of her life having a row with anyone who disagrees. Oh, so J.K. Rowling. Polygon Classicist, a 19-year-old kid from Utah who keeps posting Y2K 3D renders of poorly proportioned, scantily clad ladies and telling his audience to remember what they took from you. Somehow this talent got me here, where it's no longer fun but work. Work I usually entrust to these schools because of all of my duties. I want out before my entire fucking mind gets monetized. But Carter won't have that, so I'll keep doing my best for both him and Double Spiral's investors. So that's why she wants me to look at him. I assume most of your operations focus on New York City? A lot of them, yeah. How do you imitate a New Yorker voice with these sock puppet accounts? Living in Manhattan and being mentally unstable makes this shit easy. To a normal, well-adjusted person from the outside the city, everyone here seems mentally unstable. Ever watch that 9/11 Howard Stern show? No? Check it out someday, it's educational. Ask anyone in NYC about it and they're like, it was a great bonding moment, he was helping us make sense of everything, he kept saying what we were all thinking. Then you listen to it and it's everyone yelling that we need to nuke something, maybe the entire world, get rid of all the Muslims, fuck human rights, no investigations, take their oil. Cheery. You watch it, you study it, you witness that specific brand of humor in the face of tragedy, and you understand that nothing outside of NYC really exists for the people who live there. Or the vampires. A foundational text, really. Whenever I need to get in that New York mindset for work, I let it play in the background. Works like a charm. Seriously, give it a shot sometime. Someday I might. For now, I think I'll confront Vanderwaden with what you told me. Or is it what you haven't told me? What's the story? Me? Of course I haven't told you anything. You're such a good investigator, you figured it out by yourself. And if he asks, just tell him Kaiser sold you the info. That should do the trick. I see. Thank you. What for? I did nothing. Let Nastya show you out. And if you don't know Vanderwaden's address, just ask her. Well, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. Alright, well, we'll go confront Carter Vanderwaden in the next episode. So, thank you guys so very much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.